The following game is being played with History Maker Baseball Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2022, all rights reserved. If you would like to order a copy of History Maker Baseball Express, or if you would like to check out the other products offered from Play Games, please click on the link provided in the description box below. Welcome to Yankee Stadium as we get set for Game 4 between the 1927 Yankees and their counterparts from 1985. The situation remains the same. If the 85 Yanks win this game, the series is over. If the 1927 Yankees win, they will have forced a Game 5. And with that being said, your pitching matchup is for the 85 Yanks is Ron Guidry, and for the 1927 Yanks is Wadey Hoyt. And with that being said, Johnny Grabowski is ready to step into the box as the lineups have been exchanged, and we're about set and ready to go for this one here at the stadium in the Bronx. 1-2-6. Is Guidry a struggler or gilded pitcher? He is not. Is Grabowski a hero batter? He's a semi-hero. The decider die says he is not. So that's going to end up being a no-runs result with a chance for a solo home run. Johnny Grabowski does not have either slugger or home run king, and it will become a no-runs inning with a red die 1 dot. And that will end the top half of the first with the 1927 Yankees had taken their turns at bat. Now it is the 1985 team's turn, and Mike Pagliarulo will be going at it against Wadey Hoyt in the bottom half of the first, and it's a 2-4-4. Is Wadey Hoyt an ace pitcher? He is a semi-ace. The decider die says he is, and that'll become a no-runs narrative result of 2 blank to end the the first inning here at the stadium. Now with semi-ace, unlike the optional rule from one of the blog posts that play.com has put out there for this game, the way that I play semi-ace is if the pitcher has it, he has it for that turn. If he doesn't, he doesn't for that turn. Unlike for semi-ace, if he has it for the game, if he has ace, he has it for the entire game. So for this series, and for the rest of this video series, that's what we are going to be playing with if you were just joining us for the first time. So at the end of 1, we are scoreless. We head to the second here at the stadium. Cedric Durst will lead it off here in the second inning with a 3-4-6. Pitcher is fresh, and remember I play, for those of you that are just joining us, I will be playing this series and the rest of the series as 3 full fresh and 3 semi-fresh. They will retain freshness if they are pitching if one of these pitchers is still in the game and pitching a shutout or has not allowed a run for 3 innings. So with that being said, 3-4-6, Ron Guidry is still fresh. Is Cedric Durst a hero batter? He is not. That's going to be a no-run inning for Ron Guidry, as Durst does not have the home run king or slugger qualities for the solo home run. It will be a 6 dot to end the top half of the second here at the stadium. Here's Bob Meacham. 1-2-5. Is Hoyt a 1-2-5? Is Hoyt is fresh? Is Meacham a champion batter? He is not. So that's going to end up being a no runs result of 5 dot, and that will do it for the second inning here at the stadium with the score all goose egg. Zip, zip. Top half of the third, and Earl Combs will step up to the plate. 1-3-6. So 1-3-6 is going to be. Is Guidry an ace pitcher? He is not. Is Earl Combs a hero batter? He is a hero. So it will be a men on base result with a base running adjustment symbol printed on it, with +1 is if the batter is active, and -1 if the batter is stoic. Since Earl Combs is neither active or stoic, it remains a men on base 1 result with no adjustment needed. So now in this case we will go to my optional men on base chart and get a result of 6 on the blue die and 1 on the black die, which will be a base hit for Earl Combs. It'll be a single, and that will lead us to the men on base chart for Mark Koenig to take his turn on the men on base chart. And I read the black and blue die as such with a 13. Fresh or relief pitcher gets the pop out. Ron Guidry is still fresh, hence we're still in the first 3 innings. So that will be a pop out to end the inning and strand that runner on first. We head to the bottom half of the third with the score all goose eggs, 0-0. Here's Ricky Henderson. 3-3-6. So you guys can see it without the glare. 3-3-6, and I do apologize for the glare. I am trying to minimize the glare as much as I laminated or sleeved some of my cards that are participating in this series. So with that being said, 3-3-6. Wadey Hoyt is fresh, hence we're still in the first 3 innings. Is Ricky Henderson a 3-3-6, excuse me. Is Hoyt a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Henderson a sack batter? No, he is not. So that's going to be an RBI question mark result. The decider die says no RBI for you, Mr. Henderson, and that will be a 6 dot to end the third inning. We play 3 innings here at the stadium with the score of 0-0 after 3 innings of play. Leading off the fourth for the 1927 Yankees will be Babe Ruth. 1-2-2. Is Guidry a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Babe Ruth a champion batter? Babe Ruth is a semi-champion, but the decider die says he is not. So it's going to end up being a no-run innings result of 2 dot to end the top half of the 4th inning. So far, we are scoreless through 3.5 innings of play. Here we go with Ken Griffey stepping up to the plate here in the bottom half of the fourth. 1-2-6 is Wadey Hoyt a struggler or gilded pitcher? No, he is not. Is Ken Griffey a hero batter? No, he is not. That's going to immediately become a no-runs narrative result of 1 dot. Hence, Ken Griffey does not have any batting qualities, so in this case, we would consider him as a neutral batter for the 1985 season. So it'll be a no-runs result of 1 dot to end the fourth inning, and we head to the fifth here at the stadium with the score all goose egg, 0-0. Here's Lou Gehrig. 1-1-2. Is Guidry an ace? No, he is not. Is Gehrig a sad sack? No, he is not. It'll be an RBI result. It'll be an RBI question mark. And yes, the decider die this time has shown dot. So the 1927 Yankees will take the lead 1-0, and we will roll off of my RBI micro chart, RBI question mark, RBI micro chart to determine the outcome of the RBI. So it'll be coming off of an error. Dot is a dot is a hit or sacrifice, which will then we would be referring to the blue die. But if it's an error, we will be referring to the red and blue dice. Red and black dice, I should say, with the following. So the black die, we look at the black die first. 1, 2, or 3, the error occurred in the outfield. 4, 5, and 6, the error occurred in the infield. So in this case, the error occurred in the outfield by the left fielder. 1 for the outfield errors, it's 1, 2 is left field, 3 and 4 is center, and 5 and 6 are landing in the hands of the right fielder. So with that, Lou Gehrig, I forgot to swap to the top of the fifth. There we go. Lou Gehrig will get the RBI off of an error by the left fielder, and the score is 1-0 in favor of the 1927 Yankees as they are looking to force Game 5. So let's see if Donnie Baseball can answer right back in this ball game as we head to the top half of the fifth. 5-6 is Wadey Hoyt a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Don Mattingly a sad sack? He is not. It'll be a min on base result, -1 for black die if flash. 2, 5, 6. Yes, -1 for black die if flash. So it'll end up being a min on base result of 2, putting the runner at second, and it will be a double for Don Mattingly off of my optional min on base narrative chart. We move to Dave Winfield's card. For the next result here, men on base chart. 15. Scrapper hits double. Unfortunately, Dave Winfield is not a scrapper, but that is going to be hit high, hit far, and hit way gone for a 2-run home run for Dave Winfield, and puts the 1985 Yanks in the lead by a score of 2-1. And we head to and that will end the fifth inning right there. And Wadey Hoyt Wadey Hoyt is probably going to be done for the game as he pitched 5 innings. As he pitched 5 here in this ball game. We move to the 6th here at the stadium with the score now 1985 Yankees 2, the 1927 Yankees 1. And let's see if the bullpen is active. I just want to see if the bullpen is active for the 1985 Yanks. They are, and I'm not going to be planning to take out Ron Guidry unless he would be in trouble. So let's see if we can get through this inning. 3-4-6, and pitcher is. It asks, is the pitcher not fresh? Now, again, with that question, if we're in the semi-fresh innings, blank says he is not fresh, he is still fresh. So in this case, he is still fresh. So that is going to be a men on base result with a base running adjustment on the black die. And since Bob Musial is active, you can't go higher than a 6. So either way, the decider die roll is meaningless, but let's see if he is still active. He is active, so it'll be a bases loaded situation for Mr. Musial. And it looks like we may head to the pen. Let's see if we will. We will. And we won't. And we'll read the men on base chart for the next batter up. Here's Tony Lazzeri. 44. Wild pitcher allows a walk. Ron Guidry is not a wild pitcher, so he will induce a flyout, and that will end the 6th inning here at the stadium for the 1927 Yankees. And it looks like the manager of the Yankees, of the 1927 Yankees, is going to go to his pen for a pitching change. And while we do so, we will take a timeout. So Bob Shockey will be the new Yankee pitcher to come into the ball game here in the bottom half of the 6th. And we are going to get started here with the bottom half of the 6th and Don Baylor. 4-5-6. So 4-5-6 is the pitcher not fresh. Well, Bob Shockey is the bullpen hero, and he remains fresh for the rest of the game. Is Don Baylor a champion batter? He is not. So that's going to end up being a no runs result with a chance for a solo home run. And Don Baylor has the semi home run king quality, and the decider die was not used. So that is going to be a home run for Don Baylor, and he greets Bob Shockey so rudely with a home run. And that'll be it for the Yankees' 6th inning, for the 1985 Yankees' 6th inning here at the stadium. We play 6 innings with the score, the 1985 Yankees 3 and the 1927 Yankees 1. We move on to the top half of the 7th. 4-5-6 is Guidry not fresh. He is not fresh, and it will become a men on base with a base running adjustment in accordance to the black die. The black die is a 5. Julie Wera is a stoic runner, So 5 minus 1 becomes a 4. That'll put runners at the corners. And it will be a 4 and a 4. The decider die was used to determine the freshness. So we will need to re-roll that. Dot, Wera will collect 2 hits. Blank, Wera will go to the multiple runners on base chart. It will be going to the multiple runners on base chart with a 6, red die is 6, and that's going to be ending up being back-to-back singles, or excuse me, first and third. Yes, first and third, sorry. For the 6, that is going to be an error and a stolen base in one appearance, walked in the second appearance, and a runner's advance 2 bases single, and an RBI. To push the lead even closer, it's 3-2 in favor of the 1985 Yankees. We move on to the men on base chart for Johnny Grabowski. 55, batting team dissonant or pitching team harmony. The batting team, the 1927 Yankees, are not dissonant, but the 1985 Yankees are harmonious, and it will be a flyout to end the top half of the 7th. And we will head to the stretch here at Yankee Stadium with the score 1985 Yankees 3 and the 1927 Yankees 2. Bottom half of the 7th, and Ron Hassey leads things off against Bob Shockey. 1-3-6. Is Shockey an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Hassey a hero batter? He's a semi-hero. The decider die says he is a hero, so that's going to end up being a men on base result with a base running adjustment off of the batter's running quality. And it looks like Ron Hassey is a stoic runner, so that's going to end up being a men on base 2, and he'll be standing at second with a ground rule double. Off of my optional men on base chart. Here we go to the actual men on base chart, and Willie Randolph. 35, reading the blue and black dice. Control pitcher gets the ground out. Bob Shockey is a semi-controlled pitcher. The decider die says yes, he has control, and that's going to end up being a ground out to end the 7th inning. We go now to the 8th inning here at Yankee Stadium with the score 1985 Yankees 3 and their counterparts from 1927 2. Top of the 8th, and Ron Guidry is still going at it as the bullpen. We see the closer out there in the pen, but let me just double check if Guidry is good to go for this inning. He is. He is. So batting against Cedric, pitching against Cedric Durst with a 2.46. Is Guidry a star pitcher? He is a semi-star. The decider die says he is, and Ron Guidry is through 8 innings with a no-runs inning of 2 blank to end the top half of the 8th. Setting up perfectly for the closer, for the 1985 Yankees in the ninth inning as he starts to get warmed up for the save situation. But first, we have to see what the 85 Yanks do in their turn. With Mike Pagliarulo, hope I'm saying that right. 155. Is Shockey an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Pagliarulo, I should say. If I butcher any names, I'm sorry. But is he a hero batter? No, he is not. So that's going to end up being a no-runs result of 1 blank, and that's going to end the 8th inning altogether. And with that, the 1985 Yankees are going to go dipping into their pen, and we will take a timeout for a pitching change. And the closer, Dave Righetti, the former pitching coach for the San Francisco Giants, as we knew him much, but he was a former Yankee at the time, will come into the game as the 1927 Yankees are down to their final at-bats in this series alone. Because if the 1985 Yankees win this game, this series is over. But if the 1927 Yankees win, we will have a game 5 coming up later on today. And let's see what happens. The score is 3-2 in favor of the 1985 Yankees, and Earl Combs is the last hope to extend this game and possibly the series for his team, the 1927 Yankees. 146. Is Righetti an ace or dynamic pitcher? No, he is not. Is Earl Combs a sad sack batter? He is not. So that's going to be a men on base result, -1 for Black Die of Control, and that is going to end up being a men on base result of 4, as Dave Righetti does not have control. So the tying run is on third base, and it looks like 4 and a 6 on first and third. The decider die was not used. No. Yes, the decider die was not used. So we're going to go to the multiple runners on base chart with a 1, and it will be a walk and a stolen base in one appearance and a single in the other. And here is Mark Koenig to roll for his result off of the men on base chart. 26. Home run king, it's home run. Mark Koenig is not a home run king, so that's going to force it to be a contact result of a red die 5, and it says, is Mark Koenig a champion batter? He is not, and that is going to be all she wrote for this series, as the 1985 Yanks win this ball game behind a masterful pitching performance from Ron Guidry with a nail-biting save by Dave Righetti to beat the 1927 Yankees, as they will etch their name on the scoreboard, and they will take, and Team MLB will take their first series of this project, but the 1927 Yankees still lead the Gauntlet Challenge 2 series to 1 as we head to series 4 tomorrow. And again, once again, the final score here at Yankee Stadium The 1985 Yankees defeat their counterparts from 1927 by a final of 3-2.